Here we are then, live. I'm Mike Russell from musicradiocreative.com. First day of Adobe MAX, the Creativity Conference today as well. Big shout out to Joe Sami. Can't be here right now, but we'll catch up later on. Joe, one of the mods. See, David Hunter is here. Got a spanner, community shield, and ready to go. A little bruise. Hope you're well on the way to recovery, by the way, David. David Silk's there. Hello, David. David and David. And Benny Boy, afternoon to you. Just coming up to 2 o'clock here in the UK. And then we'll get started, of course. Nella Barbara is there. Hello, Mr. Bagans. Mr. Bagans, is that right? It's a good timer, isn't it, Mr. Bagans over on Twitch? And thank you. I did notice your comment yesterday after I finished about heading over from YouTube to Twitch to bump up the numbers a little bit for Twitch. Which is very kind of you. Thank you. Joe's here. Yay! Anthony Hall. Hello to you. Welcome along. Getting going in 3 minutes and 50 seconds, looking at creating DJ mixes at a set BPM, using BPM templates and bits like that today. It is indeed the waiting room. That's right, Joe. This is the room that everyone gets in ahead of the show to chat. Liam, Mr. Mega Radio UK, is in and ready for the show, which is nice to see. Getting ready for another hour of audio production power. Gotta say, I'm very excited about it as well. ZSF on YT, or ZSF maybe, just joined. Hello to you. Welcome along. Thank you for joining in. Do let me know who you are and where you're watching from if you happen to be watching right now. See, Christopher's there. Try and get back into the mix now. Back into the mix. Nice. Nice indeed. Anthony Hall does DJ mixes daily for his Friday show. That's good to hear. Getting everything nicely to the right BPM. Feeling good. Super excited about the show today. Thank you. Wow. Do chat amongst yourselves and invite a friend in to come and watch. Really appreciate recently, a lot of you have been sharing the stream on Twitter, which I'm really, really grateful for. Let me just bring up my Twitter feed and say a few thank yous. Thank you. Thank you to Nicholas Pin, who's just recently shared my Periscope broadcast. It's also on Periscope. Lindsay as well. Lindsay Catch, I think your name is. Learning so much from the tutorials. Thank you. Yesterday, Face 4 Radio, Luke Robert Mason and Paige Williams all shared the podcast editing hacks stream that I did. So I'm very grateful for that indeed. It is ZSF on YT. From Bonnie, Scotland. Woo! Nice. Okay, we're getting very close to the start of the show. Nice to see some viewers on Twitch as well. Invite your friends into Twitch. It'll be nice to get a few more viewers over on twitch.tv/musicradiocreative. Facebook goes live in a moment as well. And we are live across the world with another hour of audio production. Get ready for it. It starts in 1 minute from now.
Testing the left speaker. Left. Testing the right speaker. Right. Testing phaser. All frequency sweep. Now. Stand by
for Music Radio Creative Live with Mike Russell.
MRC Live. Music Radio Creative Live.
With Mike Russell.
Starting in 30 seconds.
very big hello to you and welcome along to the show today. I am Mike Russell. This is Music Radio Creative Live. And today we're creating DJ mixes and kind of fitting in jingles and bits like that, all to a set BPM. So stand by for it. It's going to be really exciting. Thanks for joining in live, by the way. Lots of you there already. Benny Boy is saying in the chat, it sounds even better on my epic new headphones I got from my other half. Oh, wow. Yes, I strongly recommend, if you do get the opportunity to listen in on headphones in stereo, it's truly the best way to experience the show. Hi to John, by the way, in Hobart, Tasmania, who's watching over on Facebook Live. It's great because then you can hear all the subtle things like the stereo effects and the pans I do like this. Hello, this is me in your left ear. Hello, this is me in your right ear. Yeah, things like that. And obviously you'll know now if you're not listening on a stereo stream, you'll notice that I didn't pan left and right. I just kind of probably went a little bit quiet. So we're covering DJ mixes at set BPMs, how to do that using BPM templating inside Adobe Audition, things like that. Lots and lots of fun. Now, I did want to say today is, as I do this live stream right now, it is Wednesday, the 18th of October. Today, 2017, by the way, in case you're watching this in the future, it is the beginning of Adobe MAX, the Creativity Conference, a conference that I aspire to speak at in the future. Brilliant conference this year taking place in Las Vegas, Nevada, and they have had the pre-conference going on the last couple of days, but it's the first real day of Adobe MAX today, 18th of October, through until the 20th. And I wanted to let you know, if you're an Adobe fanboy or fangirl like I am, you can watch a few of their sessions online. If you just go to max.adobe.com, they in particular have this keynote that is taking place in 3 hours from now. Okay, so it doesn't matter what time zone you're in. If you're watching me live right now, in 3 hours from now, the Accelerating Your Creativity keynote will happen. And that's the big one where they kind of go through all the technology, all the new stuff they're either doing, working on, or is about to come out. And they go over their Creative Cloud apps. Yes, that's right, a new generation of Creative Cloud apps. Now, just that wording there, new generation of Creative Cloud apps, still indicates to me today I should be hitting this button up here in my Creative Cloud. Or you can see it's hidden a little bit by the... let me just move it over here so you can see it. This is my Adobe Creative Cloud, and I know that I should be clicking check for app updates regularly today. You just never know when they might drop, and I've got a feeling in my bones that they might come today. I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't come until the end of the conference on the 20th. Oh my goodness! Oh, this is crazy! Oh no! I'm going to faint. I am going to faint. Hang on! My goodness! Stop the press! Adobe Audition CC 2018 is out now. My goodness. I cannot hold it together. Can you see how flushed I've gone? I did not... A conflict. Oh no, conflict. Quick, get rid of 2017. This is amazing. I can give you a live demo of 2018 right now. Let's try again. Oh dear, please save your work. Oh, I'm updating live on the stream. I hope you don't mind me doing this. I didn't expect this to happen. This is a live stream, folks. Oh, installing Audition 2%. Right, okay. Hopefully over there in the chat you can wait. 3%, come on. Well, this comes down the wire. Literally, I clicked refresh at 1:59 p.m. and it was still saying your apps are up to date. And now at 4 minutes past 2, I click refresh and here comes Adobe Audition CC 2018. Oh, goodness me. This is just so exciting. Sorry, you are literally watching me have a freak out on the live stream now. I'm only going to download Audition. I know they've thrown out all the updates now. This is fantastic news. So if you are a Creative Cloud subscriber, how about that for live? You can now hit check for updates on your Creative Cloud app and start downloading them. But please don't download Audition till I've downloaded it, okay? I don't want to overload the server. Go and tell your friends. Let's just read some of your comments now. This is so exciting. 39, 40%, 43, 45. It's going. Come on. Come down. I want to get 2018. It is like Christmas Day. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Wow. And then I'm going to have to get out and start making a few tutorials as well. When I finish at 3 p.m, expect them to be coming. So, now I see it's uninstalling 2017 in the background. Right, so just be careful if you've got any preferences and stuff like that. Hopefully they should all copy over. But if not, here we go, 99%. It's removing older versions. Ready. Okay, are you ready for the grand unveiling of Adobe Audition? You see, I didn't expect this. I thought they would release it either during the keynote or after the keynote. I didn't think they'd just drop it on us now at 2 p.m. Although I do seem to remember from past experience, 2 p.m. UK time has been a time that they've dropped updates before. Open, here we go. Oh, wow, it's the brand new splash screen with the waves on. And here we are, Adobe Audition CC 2018 is out now. Adobe Audition CC 2018 is out now. If you're watching this, because I haven't got the opportunity to go on social media for an hour, could you please do me a favor and just tweet a link to this live stream right now and say Adobe Audition CC 2018 is out now and Mike is giving us a demo. Oh my goodness. Just grab a link to this stream. And let me grab some of the new features. So I want to do a quick straw poll as well. I really would appreciate if you'd share the stream and just say, Mike's just demoing Adobe Audition CC 2018, which is out now. Stick it on Twitter or Facebook or wherever's convenient for you. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I'm just going to check the release notes. I did have them saved somewhere of all the new features. Now, I want to do a straw poll with you and tailor this. Now, obviously, this is called how to make DJ mixes to a set BPM. And I can do that. And cover stuff like that. But I was just wondering if you would tell me in the live chat now, would you like me to focus on doing the DJ stuff, or would you like me first of all to maybe go through and demo some of the new features in CC 2018? If you'd like me to demo some of the new features in CC 2018, just type CC 2018 in the chat now. But if you would like me to focus on the content of this show, which is titled Creating DJ Mixes to Set BPM, type DJ. So if you want the new features in Adobe Audition CC 2018 demoed now on the live stream, type CC 2018. Or if you'd like me to stick to the topic of this show, just type DJ. And we'll see which one gets the most votes. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. There are so many new features in Adobe Audition CC 2018. And that update came down really fast. So shouldn't have any problems there at all. So let's see what your chat comments are here. So we got Paul Anthony saying 2018. Yeah, focus the rest of the stream on CC 2018. You see, I might need to rename this stream at the end so it's more relevant. Benny Boy, CC 2018, first look. ZSF on YT, yeah. Mr. Mega Radio UK, Elvis, David. Sorry, Philip Driven is saying DJ. You're the only one at the moment. Leonardo is saying CC 2018. Gavis Davis also wants DJ. Mr. Bagans wants CC 2018. A first look. Wow. Okay. Now I'm going to put together a more polished tutorial when I finish this stream, which will usually be my usual sort of 5 minutes. These are the things you can expect. But wow, here we are. Okay, so first thing I notice, we're in and you get Audition Learn, which is your sort of 3 tutorial induction to Audition if you've never used it before. But I know there's a ton of cool stuff. Just going to drag this over a little bit so you can see over here the essential sound panel, because I know one of the biggest things, we can sort of stay slightly on topic here. Look, I'm sure all of the text and fonts have been improved. This is amazing stuff. So at first it's given me a sample rate of 44/100, 32 float. It wants me to start my new multi-track session, funnily enough, in 5.1, which is interesting. Did it? Oh, thank goodness it carried over my Music Radio Creative presets to the new version. So it looks like it's carried everything over. Let's go into my template and just check if it's broken or not, if I need to do another update to that. But it all looks like it's intact. Now, if I go to my media browser, I'm just going to need to go back through here and find very quickly my Google Drive and producers library. There we go. Okay, there's my audio production library. That always seems, the media browser view always seems to reset when you install a new version of Audition. Thank you so much, all of you who are saying CC 2018. Demo it now. Demo it now. It's been out for 10 minutes. This is so exciting. Right, let's go in here and go to the imaging sound effects. And I was going to use some of these dance sound effects, so let's bring some of these in. And like I say, stay slightly on topic with 126 BPM stomp beat. Oh, I need to switch on the Audition one again. Okay, so we can hear this. So this is Adobe Audition CC 2018. So far working absolutely seamlessly. I'm going to drag in a stomp beat and I'm going to loop this as is usual and drag that out a bit so we get a nice... Yeah, that's cool. And we can drop in other stuff like this, like some effects. And let's loop that. So we're keeping this all at 126 BPM. See, I am still on topic a little bit. And we can bring something else in. What else have we got that might sound good? So much good stuff here. That's a 126 BPM Vox, so let's place that in as well. Loop it round as well, and we can start creating our own DJ mix template here. Nice. This is using 3 different libraries, all recorded at 126 BPM, sounding really good. Now, what I wanted to do with this is, let's see. Now, they say in Adobe Audition CC 2018, mixing and bouncing down is 400% faster. So let's see. Zip. Oh, that was quite zippy, wasn't it? Right, so I'm going to mute off those tracks and show you the first new feature that's kind of the headline feature, I would say, of Adobe Audition CC 2018. It is the auto-ducking in Essential Sound. And you'll see the reason I've dragged this over so you can actually see Essential Sound is because it's based in Essential Sound. So let's try and do this now. I have got, or I did have, although obviously I closed my old version of Audition, I did have, let's see here. Let's get rid of that and let's bring in a few DJ name drops so we can drop them into our mix here. Okay, that's cool. Right. Let's move them down there. So what have we got here? We've got this.
DJ Dr. T.
DJ Dr. T. Now, the coolest thing, they are using artificial intelligence technology, Adobe Sensei, I think it's known as, to detect where audio is on a certain track and duck audio on a certain other track. So I think in order to get this to work now, I'm automatically ducking the music behind the vocals that I have here.
DJ Dr. T.
And you may want to do that for a DJ mix. So again, staying on topic. In Essential Sound, the feature is completely automatic. It will duck the volume and allow you to tweak this. What I believe I need to do, first of all, is select the voiceover and assign it as dialogue. So that's now dialogue. And let's have a look at all this here. What have we got here? So we got loudness, that was there before, repair, clarity, and creative. Okay, that's good. But now I'm going to assign this track that I've just created out of 3 tracks here. I'm going to tell Essential Sound that that's now music. And for those of you that have, oh look, there it is, ducking. So for those of you who have not used Essential Sound in Adobe Audition CC 2018, I can say now, Essential Sound is essentially like an audio producer in your pocket. It's kind of doing all the hard work for you, so you don't have to go into the effects menu or set up complex sidechaining as I have in this template. So let's, for the very first time, test out this auto ducking feature and just see what kind of kahunas it's got. So ducking, tick, I guess, to switch it on, and then click it, yep, to pop it out. Right. So the first option we've got here to duck is duck against dialogue clips, music, other music clips. Don't know why you'd want to do that. Sound effects clips, ambience clips, or just anything that's not assigned an audio type. So I'm going to say I just want to duck the music. And look at this. Wow, amazing. Let me try and zoom in for you so you can see this. And maybe I can even zoom on my monitor here so you can have a good old look. Can you see that there? So that dotted pink line here is Adobe's artificial intelligence technology ducking the music when my voiceover comes in. If I scroll up, you just can't see it because it's just off the screen. Let me just pull it down so you can see it. So let's have a look. Try and swap those tracks around and you can see it. There's the voiceover. See, that's the voiceover there. And scroll down to the music track and there is the ducking that's been done automatically. Fantastic new feature here in Adobe Audition. And yeah, you might want to use it in DJ mix production, but I tell you, for podcast producers, radio imaging people, anyone producing commercials that want their music auto-ducked, this is going to be great. So let's see how it works now. Let's listen to it in action.
DJ Dr. T.
Okay, now, first hearing of that, it sounds like the ducking is rather sort of slow. It's kind of, so I must need to tweak settings. Let's see if I just move this dialogue down in the mix a bit. And yeah, automatically you see the pink dotted lines update there. Now let's see what we can do to sort of tighten that ducking up. It's a bit too slow. So fades, I see, 800 milliseconds. So you can, let's hover over the help just to have a look. Set look ahead time that defines how long ducking starts before the actual signal against to duck. Right, okay. So if I'm doing imaging or like production or DJ mixes, I would want a fast fade time. So, because that, as you heard,
DJ Dr. T.
That, I guess you'd use that kind of slow ducking time for an explainer video or maybe for a presentation or something like that. But when we're working on imaging, let's see, if I bring that, the lowest you can go is 50 milliseconds. And look at that, that's a really tight kind of like that. Let's see how that sounds.
DJ Dr. T.
Well, one issue I'm having there is that I feel it's now ducking the audio far too low. So it's kind of, I really can hear the ducking. And really, if you're ducking music, you don't want to kind of make it that abrupt. So I think the next one is going to be interesting. Defines the amount of ducking done to the clip. So we can reduce by, at the moment it's minus 18 dB, which is huge. So we can go more or less, up to as high as 48 dB. And look, that's, oh my goodness. That's like the Grand Canyon of auto ducks, isn't it? So let's move that all the way back to 0, so nothing happens now. And we can use our ear to just choose the reduce by setting. Let's go back and listen.
DJ Dr. T.
So there's no ducking there. Now bring this down by, let's do a couple of decibels first of all. Just a very subtle fade.
DJ Dr. T.
Very subtle. Bring it up a bit more.
DJ Dr.
That's too much, so.
DJ Dr. T.
Let's listen again.
DJ Dr. T.
Probably doesn't need that much. Probably just like 1.5 decibels, something like that should be fine here, if at all. But I mean, this is obviously, this is my first time using this feature. But for the future reference, I mean, this is going to be a fantastic thing to have on because you don't have to set it like nuts, like reduce by 48 decibels, over a period of, 800 milliseconds. You can just have a really tight fade time and a really slight auto duck, maybe just a decibel, something like that. And you might find that it just, when you're struggling to get a voiceover to cut across music, then it could just be fantastic in the fact that you will just get that tiny little bit of ducking that's done automatically by artificial intelligence to help your audio sound better. Let's go take a look at sensitivity here. First of all, I'm going to turn the reduce by up a bit and then play with the sensitivity and see if that changes anything. Sensitivity low. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So look at this. Now what we're getting here is it has detected, when I take the sensitivity down a little bit, it's detecting here. And let me see if I can zoom that clip in. If you now look at that, because I've lowered the sensitivity, it's actually ducking it back up when there's a pause between DJ and Dr. T. So DJ, Dr. T, and it's doing, so you can really have a mess with that as well, depending on how sensitive you want the auto ducking to be. Let's listen.
DJ Dr. T.
Interesting. Too many decibels. Let's try again.
DJ Dr. T.
Oh, that is, I'm going to say that's sexy, actually. I really, really like that feature. So that's cool. So auto ducking in Essential Sounds. We're going to take a look at a lot more, but I'm going to take a look at your questions because I'm curious what you might be asking about Adobe Audition CC 2018. and I do want to kind of tailor this to you. So let's get a few of your Q&A in. Hi to Paige, by the way. Hi to David, John watching right now. We've got Isabella in the house as well. Jamie Dyer says, what timing? A lot of you laughing at my reaction. I'm going to have to play that reaction back. Please, I know somebody's probably going to clip the reaction of me having a fit that Adobe released their CC 2018 updates the moment I went on with my live stream. How hilarious. Someone's definitely going to post that in the forum, I'm sure. Leonardo's laughing. Yes, very, very good indeed. So, let's see what we've got here. A lot of you are updating your own Creative Clouds now to get the latest version of all the apps. Poor old Barbara says, I've waited months for this BPM episode. I'm going to try and throw a bit of it in there if I can, so that we can get a bit of that in there, because that would be really good. Paul Anthony is saying, test the speed. Test the speed. That is a really, really good idea. What I'm going to do, actually, is hop over and maybe it would be a good idea. One of the things I know used to be really slow in Adobe Audition, and I don't think it's any fault of Audition itself, is the mix downs when you're using third-party plugins, and I understand that's an improvement in CC 2018. So what I'm going to do is let's create a new session, and I'm going to put loads and loads of effects on all the different voices. So let's drag in a few voices here. It's a shame I haven't got 2017 still installed, because I could do a side-by-side comparison. But for instance, when I'm putting on stuff like, I know Isotope Vocal Synth, that is one that really bogs down the mix down times. Oh, and look at that. I haven't installed my audio plugins. Let's see if I can do a scan here and get them reinstalled. Although that will probably take a little time. Get all my Waves plugins. Oh, goodness. No. Don't take half an hour to install plugins, please. Let's see. It might speed up over time. But in the meantime, take a look at some more of your Q&A. John's wondering where the best place is to get Adobe Audition from, and my answer to that would be adobe.com. You can subscribe to the Creative Cloud, and it's a monthly payment. You can either subscribe to the single app, which just gives you Adobe Audition CC, but I recommend the All Apps plan, especially if you're working with video production, animated logos, things like that. If you do design work, if you use Photoshop, it's a really good deal. And actually, I should mention at this very moment, you have an opportunity for the next just under 24 hours to enter the contest that we're running here at Music Radio Creative to win a 3-month subscription to the Adobe Creative Cloud. So it's a really good time to get in, mrc.fm/win. If you'd like to win and get yourself 3 free months of the Creative Cloud. I believe that prize is worth around $150 US. So well worth trying that. What else have we got here? David's asking, can you can change the ducking lines like automation lines? Yes, let's have a little play with that, actually, because that would be good to test in a moment. How to create the guitar sound? Can you please answer me, says Salman. That's a good question. I guess you'd probably want to use a MIDI instrument, or maybe get yourself a real guitar and plug it in. So there we go. Loads of good questions coming in. Will CC 2018 be making volume matching and loudness any more straightforward? Haven't quite got that far yet, David, but we'll have a look at some of the new features here. So first and foremost, I've just installed all those new plugins now. Let's use Isotope's Vocal Synth. And there it is.
DJ Dr. T.
And I'm just going to apply a strange preset now, like this one. And let's pitch shift as well, and write an automation on for pitch shifting to really test things out. Oh, now hang on a second. That looks like it's new. I've not seen Isotope Vocal Synth available as an automation before, or maybe I've never tried, but that's that looked new to me. Maybe I'm just being deceived. So right on an automation there, and again over here, let's use a really complex plugin. What should we use? We could use real CPU intensive plugin. Let's think about it. I know, I've had a good idea. Mastering the Infected Mushroom Pusher. And let's put an effect on there. De-harsher, for instance. I'm just going to try mixing down. Now, I know that adding a couple of third-party plugins will significantly reduce your mix down times. And yeah, let's have a look at that. That's faster. Yeah, I would have expected that to take about that's taken maybe 5 seconds maximum. I'm sure it took me 10 or 20 seconds with third-party plugins before. So another brilliant benefit of CC 2018. Right, let's hop back over to our ducking here. And yeah, David was talking about having the possibility to automatically change the auto ducking that's going on using auto ducking in Adobe Audition CC 2018. So let's have a look. Now, I'm pretty sure there is a way to get that auto ducking so that you can change it yourself. Monitor clip changes. Untick monitor clip changes, and suddenly you get nice little automation bits, and you can drag them around. So you can change that auto ducking there, which is now going to sound
DJ Dr. T.
Sound really weird because I've messed about with it. And then if I switch it back on, oh yeah, it just puts it all back to normal. So it's just your chance to have a mess with the auto ducking if you want to. One of the biggest new features in Adobe Audition CC 2018. Now, let's just switch that back on again. Something else that I wanted to show you is the fact that you have special keyboard modifiers or shortcuts for fade modifications. And let me just try this out. I think if you hold down the Alt or the Option key if you're using a Mac, it will create symmetrical fades. So as we've known previously, dragging these, look, actually we hover over here, traditionally it creates a fade there and a fade there. So say if you wanted to fade in and out like that, you'd had to have done it manually in CC 2017. But now if I hover over, I get a little guide here. Hold Alt for symmetric fades, Command to change the fade shape, and Shift to fix either fade duration or shape. So first of all, let's hold Alt and see what happens. Ooh, that is smooth. Wow, look at that. Gosh, it's that's cool. It's like a snake being charmed, isn't it? Wee. Nice. So holding down Alt does that. Let's hold down Command. Oh, okay. Right, so I see what Command is doing is it's keeping the fade the same kind of shape, but it's just kind of moving it, so I can move it along like that, keep it the same. Command and Alt will, yeah, as I thought, do a similar thing there. And then if we hold down Shift, what is that doing? Let's hover over again. To fix either fade duration or shape. Okay, let's hold everything down. Oh, I see. Right, so now I'm holding down Option or Alt and Shift, and that's now no longer allowing me to move the fade in time, but it's allowing me to change the shape. So holding down Shift, some really cool shortcuts there, and I'm going to set this correctly now. Look at that. That's a weird fade in and out, but looks really cool.
DJ Dr. T.
Smooth. Really, really nice. Wow, amazing stuff. So yeah, loads and loads of cool stuff. Something else I wanted to have a play with, and I'm sure it's available as a new effect in CC 2018. I'm going to play with this, and this will be my last kind of look, because I know these are some of the biggest features that I wanted to get straight into as soon as 2018 was released. And then I will go back into the subject matter of DJ mixes at set BPMs for the last half hour or so, maybe throwing in a few new features as well from CC 2018. But one thing I really wanted to try and use, and let's do this in the waveform view. Let's get another DJ drop here.
DJ Tina S.
Okay, brilliant.
DJ Tina S.
And from what I understand, if I go into the effects menu, I'm not sure where it's located, but there is a new dynamics effect, also known as the Premiere Pro Legacy Compressor. So the old effects in Premiere, I believe, were depreciated. I think it was last year. So you could no longer use, all those. There were a lot of old school audio effects inside Premiere Pro that were not even in Audition. And one in particular, their compressor, some would argue, was a lot better than any of them available in Adobe Audition. So what they've done is they've completely, from what I understand, rewritten the dynamics effect from Premiere Pro from the ground up and reintroduced it into Adobe Audition CC 2018, which of course also makes it available for Premiere Pro users. So let's have a look here. I would expect it to be in the amplitude and compression menu. Maybe it's dynamics? Yes, there you go. This is for us Audition users, this is a brand new effect. But for Premiere Pro users, you may well recognize this from the future. And one of the coolest things that I'm very excited about is it has an auto gate. Now, previously, to get the effect of a gate, we've had to do downward expansion, which I covered yesterday, and using the dynamics processing effect in the effects menu. Now, there is an auto gate, noise gate, natively inside Adobe Audition CC 2018. Let's see it in action.
DJ Tina S.
Oh, I like that. So you've got
DJ Tina S.
green is open, red is closed, and yellow is in the middle. I guess kind of half open, half closed.
DJ Tina S. DJ Tina S.
That's brilliant.
DJ Tina S.
That is the kind of thing I've wanted in Audition for such a long time, the fact that you can auto-gate things. So let's just turn this up a bit.
DJ Tina S.
Yeah, now you can hear it's clipping the words. So.
DJ Tina S.
Now, you got to admit, that's so much easier to set up than a downward expander, right? That's brilliant. Auto-gate, let's have, again, compressor dials, so cool and easy to use. Switch on that compressor, and all you've got here is a threshold and ratio. Oh my goodness, it's like working back in radio for me, playing with a compressor with just 2 knobs on it. Not even attack and release, or is that, or maybe that's, oh no, hang on. No, the attack, release and hold is part of the auto gate. I see, and the attack and release and makeup is all here. Right, okay, just customizing myself. Right, so the auto gate does have an attack and release time and a hold time, so that's exactly like the noise gate that's available in Logic Pro and GarageBand as well, I believe. So really cool that you can now do this kind of stuff in Adobe Audition. Compressor, so let's go for the default here. Turn the ratio up to 3:1.
DJ Tina S.
You can see the compressor working.
DJ Tina S.
Yeah, we got some funky stuff going on there.
DJ Tina S.
Makeup gain needs to go up a little bit.
DJ Tina S. DJ Tina S. DJ Tina S.
And you can see in real time the compressor working now. This is so cool. Turn the ratio right up and you'll see this go down like a beast.
DJ Tina S.
Although, hang on, what I might need to do is, let's just zoom out for a second. Go into the favorites menu, normalize.
DJ Tina S.
Look at that compressor working.
DJ Tina S.
Let's go into the preview menu. Look at that compression. Wow.
DJ Tina S. DJ Tina S.
I think that this dynamics effect now in Adobe Audition, which is brand new in Adobe Audition CC 2018, this is going to be my go-to effect for compression and gating, just because of the ease of use. And unless I'm doing something really complex, I might slip back to dynamics processing. But these LED lights and the flashing auto gate lights reminds me of the very first Behringer compressor I used when I was doing production in radio. So I guess it's just what you know, isn't it? And the auto gate looks like the auto gate on my DBX286S. So really, really cool stuff from Team Adobe here. Can you tell I'm a little bit excited today? It is like Christmas Day. And then the expander here. Let's just have a play with that.
DJ Tina S. DJ Tina S.
Now, obviously, there's not much noise really to expand because this is recorded at a really good in a really good studio.
DJ Tina S.
So yeah,
DJ Tina.
We're not going to get anything out of the expander on this occasion, but it's good to know it's there. And a limiter. Wow. Okay. Ooh.
DJ Tina S.
That's limiting like a beast now. Hang on, let's turn that.
DJ Tina S. DJ Tina S.
Okay, so we can see.
DJ Tina.
What threshold I need to set it at
DJ
to have it kick in.
DJ Tina.
It's not kicking in
DJ
yet. It will go red when it's kicking in.
DJ Tina S.
Now it's kicking in. Brilliant. I mean, the limiter is going to be good for waveforms that are really spiky. Let me try and do a bit of audio here that's really spiky. Hello. Ooh, nice. Okay, this is going to be spiky because I'm going to say things like, okay, okay, all the time. Woo! Like that. There's a spike. Right. Now, the limiter should work really nicely on that bit of audio. Dynamics, and let's just make sure everything else is off. And we'll go to limiter here. Go into preview mode here. Look at that. Look at how the limiter just chops off all those spikes and gets the house in order there. This is going to be spiky because I'm going to say things like, okay, okay, all the time. Woo! That was a particular bit of distortion that the limiter can work on. Let's move this all the time. Woo! Like that. There's a spike. All the time. Woo! Brilliant. So literally anything above 2.5 dB, it's just chopping down. As you can see there, works perfectly. Really, really good. And I'm curious as well, just to end this little section on the new dynamics effect, let's have a good old look at it, see whether we can get a bit closer to the dynamics effect. What's in the preset? Oh, wow. All dynamics active, auto gate, expand, hard compression, hard limiting. I'm going to have a play with these later on. Noise gate. Yeah, so it just enables it and puts some effects on. This is really, really cool stuff. Wow. Okay, so I think we have given a fair old look at the new features in Adobe Audition CC 2018. Out now, by the way. You can download it. Just click Update Apps in your Creative Cloud. And what a surprise to get something like that. Let's see if we can't mention more of your questions here, and then I will get back into the topic of this show, which of course is creating DJ mixes at a set BPM. So wow, amazing stuff. Thank you. Duran Gleaves, the product manager for audio at Adobe, is in and has said, fantastic review, Mike. Well, thank you, Duran. Thank you for all these new features that I just feel like it's Christmas Day today. And I did not expect to click updates at the start of my live stream and get them. So really an absolute pleasure to put them in. And I'll as soon as this show ends, I'm recording more videos. Going into depth, because obviously I can't cover everything in this live stream right now, but fantastic stuff. It's a beautiful thing, as Barbara says. What else have we got here? I feel so sorry for you, Isabella Russell. He's definitely loving what he's experiencing. She's not going to hear the end of this today. In fact, she's going to lose out, should I say, to the Adobe Creative Cloud today. There won't be much of Mike around today. It's just like that, you know. It's like new toy. David is talking about Shift is a locking tool when dragging clips and keeping them in time. Oh yeah, so it makes sense when we were playing with the symmetrical fades in the multi-track, which is a cool new feature. You can now hold down Shift, and obviously previously we've been able to drag waveforms and have them not go out of time, but now also you can lock the symmetrical fades as well. As Nightbot says, this is the last under 24 hours now chance to win a 3-month subscription to the Adobe Creative Cloud. So if you're salivating like I am at the latest features in Adobe Audition CC 2018 and you want to get your hands on them, well, somebody tomorrow is going to win that 3-month subscription. Let's take a phone call. I need to calm down. I need a bucket of ice water. Who's this?
It's Ross.
Hello, Ross. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Are you enjoying your early birthday present from Adobe?
My goodness, it could not have happened better, could it?
A day before your birthday.
I know.
Everything's been released.
A day, but this is my birthday present from Adobe. This is the best birthday present I could hope for.
They knew it was your birthday, didn't they?
Clearly. Oh, amazing.
Have an early Christmas.
Very
the
exciting.
3 months Adobe Audition.
Indeed. So are you a subscriber yet, Ross?
I am.
Oh, you are? Cool. So have you hit update already?
Yes.
And are you the all app subscriber or a solo app subscriber?
I got the student one, so it's all apps at the minute.
Awesome. So you're literally downloading everything now, are you?
It's all downloading now, yeah.
Oh, wow. And this is Audition is the tip of the iceberg. Obviously, you know me, I love Audition, but I cannot wait to find out and geek out about what's new in Photoshop and everything else. I'm going to be watching the keynote later.
Because they did a great when they sort of like brought the artboard to Audition to a Photoshop in 17.
The artboard. Remind me of the artboard. You sound a little more graphic-y than I do. Tell me what it does.
Like it allows you to draw like properly with it, like with like all the right tools and stuff.
Wow. Awesome. Amazing.
Yeah.
So exciting, isn't it? Yeah, so I mean there's so much to get our heads around today. And I think, are you going to be watching the keynote later on at Adobe MAX?
Yes.
Awesome. So then we can start to understand all of these new features. But really appreciate it, Ross. Yeah, thanks for the call.
Yeah, no worries. Happy
Amazing.
birthday for tomorrow.
Cheers. All the best. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So that's Ross calling in from the UK. Is this another one? Hello, Music Radio Creative. You're on.
Hello, Mike Russell. How are you today?
Yay, I'm doing fine. Who's this?
Greetings. This is Big Voice Jay from the Tennessees. How are you?
I'm very well indeed. Did you do me a jingle recently?
Yes. That's the one with the mrc.fm/win.
I'm very grateful. You creeped me out because you used a lot of scary effects in it, I think.
Hey, quick question for you, Mike.
Go for it.
You went over gates and noise reduction yesterday. I had to duck out. Did you go over something called a compander? Have you ever heard of that? I think Waves has one of those.
Oh. Can you spell that out to me? A compander?
Compander. It confuses me, and I was wondering if anyone else knew about this thing.
Well, I bet you if somebody does in the chat right now, it would be David Silk. I'm just Googling this because it's not something I'm familiar with. A device that improves the signal-to-noise ratio of an electric signal by compressing the range of amplitudes of the signal before transmission, and then expanding it on reproduction or reception. Nothing I've dabbled in before, so yeah, I don't know about that, but that's interesting.
You're saying syllables that do not make sense to me.
It is. It's yes, crazy.
Well, I guess we'll both need to read up on that. Hey, that's something for you to read on your vacation, right?
Indeed, yes. I can. Maybe there's a book out there. There's probably a book out there about it, so I'll buy it.
Indeed. Enjoy yourself, Mike. Have a great vacation.
Cheers, Jay. Cheers. All the best.
Cheers.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
So that is Jay. Amazing stuff. Oh, thanks for the birthday wishes, Paul Anthony. Yeah, by the way, if you want to call, if you're wondering suddenly a flurry of phone calls and you're wondering how to get in touch, there is a phone number that you can call. Only when I'm live streaming, though. When I'm not live streaming, it just goes straight through to voicemail. You can leave a message if you like. So it's a US phone number. Check how much it's going to cost before dialing. Add +1 if you're outside the United States.
415-800-1055.
That's the number. Love to hear from you on this Adobe Audition CC 2018 celebration.
MusicRadioCreative.com.
So there we go. All right then. Cool stuff. Excellent. No, David Silk is even saying compander is not something I know about. So yeah, crikey, it sounds like it's an audio thing that we should know. But there we go. Anyway, I am going to get back into Adobe Audition CC 2018, and we're going to have a look now at BPM here with the music that's playing. So we've got 126 BPM there. What you can do here, if you go into the time display in Adobe Audition, you may or may not have played with this before. If you go to Edit Tempo, you can change it to the BPM of the track you're working to, which in this case is 126 beats per minute. And that gives us a lovely template up here to work to. If I change the time display now to bars and beats, you will see there, this is 126 BPM. And if I go down here, you should see that indeed it's matching up with the beats of the track there. There's the next beat. Perfect.
DJ Dr. T.
And then if we want to mix, let's bring in 126 BPM track. Let's see what we've got here in our library. Must have something here. That's 126 BPM, or even if it's not, like for instance, if I go into the media browser, I'm going to go back to the library and go to my music beds, dance trance, and I think I've got a lot of stuff here at different BPMs. Some of these, yeah. So for instance, I can see that this is at 128 BPM. Now, as I've seen a couple of people have already mentioned, Mark Denham, I think, has mentioned that you can use Ableton to do DJ mixes. You can also use all kinds of other software like DJ Pro and Traktor as well. Serato will help you to mix to the BPM. But I wanted to show you the simplest way of matching beats in Adobe Audition. If you know the BPM of the track you're working with. If you don't know it, you can, of course, go into software like DJ Pro or Ableton, and I'm not sure if Ableton does that, but I know Serato and Traktor will identify the BPM of a track. So here we can see now this is 128 BPM, and if we actually look, we'll see that the beats are not quite aligning with the template here, which is 126 BPM. Let's have a listen to this track. So let's get to a bit where we can actually hear some beats. Okay, there are some beats. So that's nice, isn't it? I like that. Let's cut it in from beat 1 here and drag that down. Nicely compressed, which obviously makes it harder to see the beats. But this is a tip for kind of syncing up your beats here inside Adobe Audition. So let's bring that in there. Now, as you can see, this will be ever so slightly off from the BPM template. Let's make this really uber accurate. Best thing about Audition Multitrack is you can zoom right in and you can really see the start of a beat here and get this bang on. So that's the start of beat 1 of this 128 BPM track. And then, okay, we've got that there. And then we'll see beat 2 starts here, or should start here, beat 3 here, and beat 4 here, and beat 1 of bar 2 should start here. And as you can see right now here, the beats are going off considerably now. That's the difference between 126 BPM at the top and 128 BPM at the bottom. Now, there is a really cool ninja way that you can sync beats per minute in Adobe Audition. This is the way I have always done it, and I found it to be really successful. You just delete everything from that track that you're working with, the track that you want to sync to another BPM. So in this case, I am going to stretch this out a bit to be 126 BPM instead of 128 BPM. Which is not much of a change, but just enough to be noticeable. So there we'll see here, this is exactly bang on the start of bar 2, beat 1 of bar 2. And what I want to do, now I've got my time marker there, is I want to drag this white triangle here and stretch it out until we hit, let's zoom in a bit more. So ideally we want to make beat 1 of bar 2 of the 128 BPM exactly sync with 126. And there it is. It's a 102% time stretch. And that now should be exactly 126 BPM. And let's have a look here. And I can see you couldn't get more accurate with that, could you? So that means just by taking a single bar out of that musical track, now I know 102% is my setting there for the time stretch. If I drag this out and go a little bit into the future, like how about beat 1 of bar 5, it should be, and it is, still bang on. So that's how I have now synced a beautiful track, and this should work perfectly now with the original track I had. So let's switch this off here and have a listen to the original track, which is this, mixed down. And then I can now stretch this out and bring this in, and it should perfectly mix together.
DJ Dr. T.
Turn this down a little bit in the mix.
DJ Tina S. DJ.
So that's cool. Let's just get rid of the second voiceover there. So we've got
DJ Tina S.
And then we can chop off the first track. So we can have something like that if we're sort of mashing or beating together 2 tracks. As you can see, I've still got the auto ducking going on there. Now, the reason auto ducking is not working on this one here, this is our voice artist L saying DJ Tina S, is because I have not assigned this in the Essential Sound panel, which I'm just going to drag back into view, as a piece of dialogue. Because I told here, I told Essential Sound that this is a music track and it should duck against dialogue clips only. So now, if I just zoom out a little bit so you can see both, or actually I'll move this down a little bit more. So now if I go here, click this DJ Tina S and assign it as dialogue, you should immediately see that the auto ducking kicks in. And it does. There you go. So now we get a bit of auto ducking.
DJ Tina S.
And the best thing I really like about the auto ducking is you can be as subtle as you like here. This is real subtle auto duck, but it's enough to give more power to the voices to cut over music tracks. Really cool new feature I'm going to be using quite a fair bit because it makes my life a lot easier as a producer. So now we've got that all synced, we may also wish to sync, say for instance, the DJ drop we've got here also to the BPM of this DJ mix that we've got.
DJ Tina S. DJ Tina S.
And I'm going to be a little OCD about this and maybe stretch this out a bit. Let's just see. Oh, whoa, okay. What happened there? Gone. Let's try and reopen. Continue. Oh no, don't go. Come back. That was strange. Oh, thank goodness. Everything is back. That's cool. Well, that's the cool thing about the automatic backups of your sessions. Even if something randomly closes on you for whatever reason, maybe because I've got too many windows open at the moment, it will all come back.
DJ T.
And you can wipe the sweat off your brow because your session file, even though I haven't saved, I've not, silly me, right, as a producer, I have not saved this session during the whole 50 minutes I've been working on it, yet Audition managed to recover it immediately just by reopening it and clicking continue. That was fortunate.
DJ Tina S.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is space this out so it hits the beats here. And if I just zoom out a little bit more, let's just make sure my time display is back to bars and beats. Ignore. Right, let's go here. So that is beat 1 technically there. Beat 2. So I'm going to try and sync this to the beat of the track now.
DJ Tina S. DJ Tina S. DJ Tina S.
Nice, that's really cool. And then what we want to figure out is the duration of one beat. Let's see here, which would be from here, let's say here to here. That's one beat. And then if I quickly turn that back to decimal, I'll see down behind me. You can't quite see it. It's just sort of there. The timings are on the screen. Hang on, move out of the way. You can see there are timings on the screen behind me that I can use, and that tells me 479. And then if I cut that in half, by going to time display, bars and beats, we can just cut that in half, sort of around there. Is that half? Hang on, what are we doing here? Or I can just divide by 2, that might be easier. 479 divided by 2 is 240, roughly. 479 and 240, okay? And we'll add on to this effect here an echo. 479, 240. 240, perfect. Okie dokie.
DJ Tina S.
That's really nice. That sounds good. And we can do all kinds of other stuff. Maybe make this a little more prominent. Hang on, I'm using the wrong echo. Let's go back over here. This echo here. Bring that down a bit. That sounds good, doesn't it?
DJ Tina S.
Now, I'm just wondering if I click beats, before this wasn't working for me. No, for some reason, the beats delay time unit wants to conform to 120 BPM, and I have not figured out how to get it to conform to the tempo setting that I set inside Audition's preferences. So that's a feature I would love to use. It would make my life even easier. But yeah, just figuring out the milliseconds is a pretty simple job. Pop them into the left and right channel and you get a nice echo away.
DJ Tina S.
That sounds quite good. Or we can do something like, let's see, we can do something like 480. And then if we do an echo bounce, we'll go left and right.
DJ Tina S.
And we'll really turn that up as well so you can really hear it echoing.
DJ Tina S.
There's sibilance on that, isn't there? Yeah. Sibilance there. Let's see whether we can just cut that down with a bit of de-esser here. Immediately better, just on the default settings. Female voice. That's the difference, isn't it? Without. With. Let's try this one. No, so we want the D sure. Let's listen to the sibilants only. Ow. And actually in the real-time frequency display you can see the area you should be working on here because it's the highest peak. Yeah, that's cool. And then switch that back. And then bring it back into the music. Actually, that's I'm going to move the threshold up because that's kind of cutting off a lot of the high end. Nice. And what I could do is add a little bit of the new dynamics process to this. We can auto-gate it. Add a bit of compression as well. Really, really cool stuff. So that's good fun. So yeah, matching BPMs. I can do that again. Let's do that again with another track. Let's see what we can get here. Media browser. Let's go into... usually this persists. Let's go into producers, library, music beds, and we want dance trance again. We can find another track. This again is at 128 beats per minute. Now what you can do is again find the beats in this track. Let's bring it onto its own track and solo it. There's the first beat there. Right there. Bring that right back to the start. And again, we're using the BPM template here to make sure we've got everything nicely synced up. So let's zoom right in and make sure that's as accurate as possible. There we go. And when we get to beat 1 of bar 2, you see it's slightly off. So again, just going in, chopping it to almost the start of the beat 1 there, and just dragging that out to match our template here, which is 126 BPM. About there. And then using the time stretch feature, which, by the way, if you find that's not switched on for you, just click that toggle global clip stretching on, and now this is going to be nicely stretched out as well to 126 BPM. Let's bring that in the mix too. All kinds of glues together seamlessly, doesn't it?
DJ Dr. T.
And then we can just chop that off at that bit. And then go into another track. So that's the way you can kind of sync things up seamlessly and easily inside the multi-track of Adobe Audition CC 2018. Yeah, and it's good fun kind of doing that and getting the milliseconds of each beat so you can kind of lock things into beat. So much more we can do that we'll definitely need to cover in a new stream. But I've got a couple of minutes left, so I will try and mention a few more of your chats. I realize you've been you've been chatting away lots, and I apologize if I have not managed to read out your comment. But the best place to continue the discussion after this show will be over at community.musicradiocreative.com. So community.musicradiocreative.com. And what have we got here? We've got Mr. Mega Radio UK is just installing the new Audition, which is brilliant. Thanks, David, for pointing out that you can also use the short link mrc.fm/community. No doubt a lot of us will be geeking out in the community about CC 2018 being released. Jamie, the measurement I was showing you in the multi-track there of Audition is the bars and beats measurement. You get that by right-clicking on your time display. I can actually show you on your time bar. and then clicking time display, bars and beats to get your kind of beats per minute template up. And then to go back to normal, it's just decimal there, should help you out. So yeah, I think that's about it. So funny. Yes. Anthony Hall is saying, yes, my system has fallen down today. It just went boom. Luckily, the live stream managed to stay up. So there we go. Really hope you have enjoyed the show today. Go download Adobe CC 2018 apps and let me know over at community.musicradiocreative.com what you think about them, what you're enjoying about them. I can't wait to talk to you about them during the next 24 hours over in the community. And I'll chat to you there, and I'll speak to you on the live stream tomorrow from 2 p.m. UK time.